let's get into it.
Let's destroy them.
Let's do it again sometime.
The Gargoyle King wants Jughead and me to be together.
Oh.
Ethelhead?
We open at the most bumpin' evening at Le Bon Nuit.
Josie in inexplicable flapper attire.
Well, because
inexplicably singing cabaret. And casino night
has
happened.
it has
Hey,
ushered in an era of good tidings.
but also illegal doings.
Where all of the little teeny boppers are macking it.
Because it's been 5 weeks since Miss Quarantine ended.
Yes, it's been 5 weeks. The quarantine has left everyone feeling a little stir crazy and mad, so everyone's descending Le Bon Nuit.
Because they're doing beer runs over the
Canadian
Canadian border.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cheryl and Tony have started doing cat burglaries.
And yes, don't worry, they are wearing leather cat masks like Catwoman. And they are macking it on a big old
Bit
pile
of
of
money.
money.
Yeah.
Stealing from the rich and giving to us. And I'm like, the rich.
Well, yeah, rich if it's all going to Cheryl. If it was going to support, I don't know,
The serpents who are living out of tents.
like maybe that could be a little
Because
bit
winter's
more
about to happen
something.
and they're going to yellow jackets each other.
Mm-hmm,
And I know Fangs is going first.
Fangs in the pit.
Fangs.
If he is a peach pit, there'd be no hair left.
Yeah. Hoe bag. We need to bring
Hoe
that
bag?
back. I need
Hoe
to call
bag?
somebody a hoe bag. Seriously. Somebody piss me off so I can call you a hoe bag. Thanks.
While Reggie is doing his Canadian beer runs, suddenly there's like a spike tread.
I
What
think
do
it's
you
called a
call
spike
it?
trap.
Spike trap.
Where they-
Spring trap.
Oh my god, Archie's Freddie.
Ronnie's Chica.
Betty is Bonnie, and Jughead is Foxy.
Isn't Cheryl Foxy?
No. Cheryl's Circus Baby.
So Reggie comes across a spike trap
Hmm.
and
We're back. And his tire pops of the covered wagon that he's
That's
using
right.
to run like beer back and forth. I don't fucking get it.
and so he gets out of the car and this gargoyle gang member in a evocative mask of a gargoyle
And a voice modulator,
is
i.e.
like-
scream.
give us your money that you owe us for not paying protection to the gargoyle gang or something. And then Reggie's like, F you. And then a bunch of gargoyles descend and they pummel him. Ronnie is like, oh my god, Diva Reggie, I'm so sorry you got absolutely pummeled for my beer runs. I can't believe that Deadykins Hiram is doing this. OMG, Gina, I'm gonna get around it. Don't worry, I've cooked my books. We're gonna give him 10% easy payment from us, and we get the protection.
And Reggie looks at her and goes, has anybody told you you're a badass? Ronnie does go to Hiram with the cooked books, and he's like, no.
You're très tragique, sorry.
I would have thought you'd be better than this, mija.
Then we check in with the diva Archie. What has he been doing for his 5-week quarantine outside of Riverdale on the run Canadian Wilderness Yellow Jackets Corps retreat?
He's been hanging out in a cabin with Vegas, cooking eggs.
Cooking eggs. He's working with like ? The Canadian Wilderness Patrol. Like
yes, he's
somehow,
got a little radio.
and it's like he's maintaining the trails in this like public land. Everything seems to be hunky-dory, except that morning, little Miss K1 ranger chick on the radio was like, watch out, K12. There was a bear sighting the other day. So Archie's out middle of the day. I don't know how bears work, but let's just say we hear a rustling in the woods and suddenly cut to bear POV charging at Archie.
And it's like, like so loud.
We're stumbling back into the cabin after Archie has, you guessed it, survived a bear attack in the Canadian wilderness.
A grizzly.
Yeah, so he's calling into K1 being like, please send help. I got into a bear attack. My dog's fine. Don't worry about Vegas.
Yeah, he has not a scratch, not a single drop of blood on him.
But Archie has a scratch.
And he's biting on his shit and going, ugh. And I'm
As
like,
he's disinfecting the
I'm
wound.
gonna like eat him through the screen. Like, like devour him.
Bones and all. Peach Pit.
Bleached bones.
Archie is reeling from his bear attack when he starts to go a little bit unconscious. So the rest of Archie's episode is all like feverish dream sequence, what life is like in Archie's little noggin in his bear attack psyche. And it's low-key very reminiscent of Fred's gunshot wound hospital situation of a similar nature. So
let's just say Hiram is not happy about
the attempt to cook the books, and he basically sends a goon gargoyle to go attack Josie. After this, Josie goes back to Veronica and is like, hey diva, you need a new headliner because I don't feel safe working at Le Bon Nuit, even if you say that you're now paying your father for this like 10% protection fee or whatever. Like, he's still sending goons after me.
Like, don't get me in between your weird Freudian shit.
And Ronnie's like, okay, diva, actually understandable, and I will get this sorted out. In the meantime, take care of yourself, Josie.
We're getting cuts to Betty and Alice at the Cooper house with all of the the artists formerly known as the interred children of the Sisters of Quiet Mercy. We get a name for NB Slay, Hannah.
And for singular guy, Tyler.
Yes. Who is presumably gay.
From the conversion wing.
Betty is being their mom because she's the Griffin Queen, and she says, they've imprinted on me.
And Alice is like,
why don't we just send all of them to the farm? And Betty's like, no. But she finds some Fizzle Rocks. She's like, Tyler, because you're gay, why do you have these party drugs? And he's like, I got them from a serpent. And then she's like, well, that's crazy.
So Betty goes to Juggy to be like, you're going to have to go root around and figure out which of your serpents is dealing Fizzle Rocks. Jughead does go and do exactly that. And now the serpents are under a new rule of no dealing drugs, no crime, and anyone that goes against this is immediately excommunicated.
Forever.
Serpent law. Cheryl and Tony hear this, though.
And they're like, right, okay. So we shouldn't be doing anything. I know where we're going to go.
We're going to cat burgle the Pembroke and steal one of Hermione Lodge's Glamourget eggs. Cheryl gets an idea. Devious one.
She says, TT, I'm feeling particularly brazen tonight.
Yeah.
And what does she do?
She leaves her calling card on Hiram Lodge's portrait.
Obsessed with her.
Obsessed with her?
So stupid.
She's acting like such an idiot, like non-character this episode.
Like, she's pissing me the fuck
Because like
off.
Cheryl's the most loyal to TT and the serpents. Why is she endangering them all?
Just because she's bored. Just have sex with your girlfriend.
That's what I'm saying. But like, we know she does have beef with Hiram, especially after he came for her vixens in Cheersergate.
Cheersergate, yeah.
But like, you know, time and place.
They're not the only ones breaking the new serpent law. This is at the Cooper house. Tyler, previously mentioned Fizzle Rocks man, has been beat up by a bunch of gargoyles. Polly comes in.
Yes.
And Polly is like, well, you can't even keep one guy safe, Betty. So what the hell are you doing, Miss Queen? And Tyler somehow has Fizzle Rocks. And apparently he got it from Fangs. So Fangs is also breaking laws and dealing drugs because he doesn't have money.
Jughead is like, oh shit, baby Fangs. You've put me between a rock and a hard place. You've explicitly broken the no crime law. But
you've had a hard year, so I'll let it go.
Yeah. Fangs gets off scot-free.
Cut back to Archie. And he's in his hallucinating blood loss situation.
The first one that he has is about the Shadow Lake boys.
Including Cassidy.
And they have woken him up out of his stupor to play a round of G&G. They're all like Bob Marley ghosts with like wounds and stuff about how they died. Bob Marley? Is that the name? What's the name? Not Bob Marley. No, that's not it at all. Oh my god.
I was so confused. Jacob Marley.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That is the funniest thing that has ever happened.
So Archie is playing a round of G&G with all of the ghosts of his life. The Shadow Lake boys plus Cassidy give him his first quest card. Archie has to go back to Pop's Diner the day of the Black Hood attack, and Archie has to be more courageous or something.
And kill the Black Hood.
Yeah, and then carries the Black Hood back to the Shadow Lake boys as a trophy.
And while we were watching this, Mason made a good point. How does Archie know how G&G works?
Yeah, because, like,
he was in prison while all that was going on.
That's the first round, but when Archie comes back to the cabin in the streamscape, a new face is greeting him. Warden Norton.
He's back, blue lips and all. Archie pulls the next card, and it is to kill the Gargoyle King. And then it changes, and it says, kill the man in black.
So it's back to the memory where Archie was confronting Hiram towards the end of season 2, being like, I could end your whole career. Cut to stabby shabby shadows.
We get to have a nice shadowed Archie stab Hiram situation.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the real world.
Meanwhile, back in the world where things are happening for real.
Betty is like, oh my gosh, maybe Polly and Alice had a point about my inability to protect all of my kiddos from the sisters. Tyler's getting beat up for drugs. Hannah doesn't believe that I can protect her and that I'm a lying Griffin mommy. I need to link up with Sierra McCoy, go down to the local jail, and really dig the knife in on these sisters, make them testify against Hiram, and break their vow of religious silence that I know is a sham.
And she finds out it's a sham by a random social worker that was working with her with all of these children, and is like, guess what? The sisters haven't been affiliated with the church in 60 years, so their vow of silence is null and void in court.
Even though, like, can't you plead the fifth? Anyway,
I don't fucking get it at all.
But
the nuns are in the important thing is that the nuns are in their habits and they're in the cell behind them, which is very, very funny.
Sierra pulls a gambit and is like, if you guys don't talk, we'll be charging you for human trafficking, all of those like awful crimes you did to those little gay boys, and drugs. Betty goes back home to be like, OMG Tina Soleil, maybe I am a good Griffin mommy. I've gotten the nuns to testify. Turns out the Cooper house is empty. Alice sitting in her throw chair, and Alice goes, Edgar Evernever stopped by to pick up those orphaned kids.
Even though Betty had arranged for the kids to start living in Sierra's house, Fred's house, and also Fizzle house,
Alice has kind of circumnavigated those plans. And
she's like, you just missed Edgar by 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What a hoe.
Taunting.
Hoe bag.
Taunting Betty with the prospect of Edgar Evernever.
Exactly.
We cut back over to the Jughead situation, and he's like, okay, I've given Diva Fangs a pass, but all of my serpents are still unemployed and living in tents. That's really tough. Let me connect up with Veronica and see about a little bargain deal. Because you'll remember, Veronica is searching for some protection against her gargoyle-y father.
And the gargoyle-y father is now saying, if I don't get that Glamourget egg back that I know one of your serpents, probably Cheryl Blossom because of her, lipstick stain that she left, if I don't get that Glamourget egg back, things are going to get real messy for you.
Jughead is like, I'm going to promise that the serpents will protect La Bonne Nuit, Veronica, and you can pay us, and it'll be a good deal all around there. But we're back at the tent encampment of the serpents. Jughead is telling everybody about the new employment. Everybody clapped. Then Jughead is like, hey, there's a Glamourget egg thief amongst us, and it's Cheryl Blossom. Choni is cut out of the gang.
And Cheryl's like, I find that really funny because your gay lover, Fangs, definitely was dealing drugs. And she's thinking, in case you're wondering how I found out, he told Sweet Pea told Tony, and Tony told me. So,
and that is biblically accurate.
And it is.
And Jughead's like, no, my special exceptions. But Fangs does the noble thing and stands up and is like, hey, I'm going to turn in my jacket because y'all are right. It would be unfair for me to stay. So Choni and Fangs are excommunicated from the serpents.
And it's tea.
And it's tea.
We cut back to Archie
Okay.
after he's seen the golden trio waiting for him.
Not a ghost, but his friends. And SpaghettiOs, for Archie's final dramatic vision quest, he has to beat up a version of himself with a bat. That sophomore year version of me that got preyed on by Grundy, that got victimized by Hiram, that got falsely accused for murder. He's a stupid idiot that got me into this mess. I am the one responsible. I need to beat that part out of me and kill it in order to go back to Riverdale.
And it's actually really, really, really sad because he's going to do this. And then a spectral version of Fred comes out and is like, son, like, you can forgive yourself. And he does proceed, unfortunately, to beat the other self
with a bat.
Smack.
To death. Cut to La Bonne Nuit. With the serpent's protection on the last Canada beer run, Reggie was not pummeled. He actually had a gang to support him. Reggie protected. I love that boy being safe.
I do.
And so does Ronnie.
She's giving Reggie bedroom eyes.
Yeah, Reggie's, well, returning them.
With a nice thumbs up. And you know what? If that ain't me.
And guys, there's no easy way to say this, but Veggie happens. They're macking it.
So here's the tea, and the tea is this.
Dr. Seuss.
Betty, yes, exactly. I'm very Susian. Betty comes home. No children anymore. She gets a call from Sierra. Sierra says, "Hey Betty, no nuns anymore either, because the nuns have left."
Some anonymous person
Most likely Hiram.
paid their bail, but they did leave a final message
in blood? Question mark?
Written on the prison jail wall. They said,
"Gone to be with thee," or something like that.
See you there. And Betty's like, I know where they're talking about. They've all gone back to the Sisters of Quiet Mercy basement to be with the Gargoyle King forever.
And yeah, they're all blue-lipped, and the Gargoyle King's head has been replaced with a longhorn skull, so...
Again!
So yeah, all the nuns are dead. And we get a tiny cut where FP and Jughead are like, "Fangs, are you ready to go undercover for the gargoyles? Girl, don't piss me off."
So they have a man on the inside. That's why
Hercules
he
Mulligan.
really got to leave the serpent. So maybe this time is blaring. Cut back to the cabin for the last time. The K1 Ranger chick diva finally burst down the door, and Archie is unresponsive, eyes open on the bed, bleeding out. Did Archie really complete his quest?
I don't know, guys.
Maybe this time.
Oh,
when? So this is the episode 9. And we get Cheryl just being low-key peeing Mio.
No, pissing me off so bad.
And it's like, diva, you can't be doing that. Loving Josie, loving Fangs, and Veggie.
I feel like Ethel is the puppet.
Pulling the string.
Yeah, and like all of my FNAF divas, like, you know.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ethel is the puppet.